this is Jill Ciminillo with Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. We are currently sitting in the Genesis GV70. This is an all-new compact SUV from Genesis, and we are at the Texas Auto Riders Truck Rodeo. And I have to say, this is probably my favorite vehicle that I've driven here, and there are a lot of cool features, and so we are going to go over what those cool features are.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Jill. Really a pleasure to be sitting here in our newest SUV, GV70. And before we get into some of the technology that's really cool and some world-first technology as well, I just want to talk a little bit about what we're looking at here. So this is the Sport Prestige package, which is really nice because it's got that sporty vibe to it, that really nice thick steering wheel, got that great contrast stitching. Nothing says sport like, you know, some red accents throughout the vehicle. But what's really interesting is everything that you're looking at here is real. So if it looks like leather, it's leather. If it looks like aluminum, it's aluminum. Even our shift-by-wire system here, if it looks like glass, that is one solid piece of scratch-resistant tempered glass. So just a really nice, comfortable material execution here. Everything is great to the touch. It's awesome. In fact, you are sitting in our Ergo Motion driver's seat right now, which is a massage seat.
Yes.
So it's got some great lumbar stretching features. It has a whole body stretch to make sure that if you're on one of those really long drives, you're driving, you know, from Austin back up to Dallas, you're driving from Chicago to Minneapolis, you've got that feature that's keeping you comfortable, keeping your legs stretched out, your back stretched out. It's a really, really nice place to spend some time. Looking at the technology, this is the largest standard infotainment screen in this segment. So it is 14.5 inches diagonally. That's about the size of almost 3 iPhones. It is a massive screen. And what's
like, for reference.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah.
What's really great about this vehicle is that we make sure that our customers and our drivers have the right tool for the right job. So this is a full touchscreen, and you can use it as a touchscreen, no problem. But maybe when you're driving, if you're not as tall as I am, it could be a little bit difficult to reach. No problem.
I know, if you're Jill height.
Yeah, it's, you know, no problem with that. We've got inputs on the steering wheel. We've got voice commands, so you could say, you know, directions to Milwaukee or wherever you're going. But what's great is we also have our captive control pad here, which is great. You can use it as a scroll wheel. It feels great. It's got nice weight to it. You can use it to click on something just like that. But what I do want to show you is what you can't tell about this control pad is it is also a touchpad with handwriting gestures. So let's say we wanted to go to Los Angeles right now. Well, here we go. LOS space ANGELES. And now we're headed to Los Angeles. We've set our destination. Really easy gestures. Let's say we don't want to go to LA. We want to go to Dallas instead. No problem. 2 fingers back. We've deleted it. DALLAS. And now we're headed to Dallas. So all sorts of great input features to suit your needs. You want to type it on the keyboard with your finger? No problem at all. You want to use the handwriting? No problem at all. One other thing that I do want to mention is here for the driver, we've got this great 12.3-inch full digital 3D cluster.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I was like driving and I was like, that's 3D. And I was like, literally, I was like, all right, are there special glasses? Can I get it to pop? I don't know.
So fortunately, no glasses required. We have 2 infrared sensors right up here that are tracking your eye movements. So when you move your eyes and your head, the 3D is tracking you and keeping it in focus for you. And you might ask, okay, well, what's the point of this 3D? In these types of modern vehicles, there's so much information, not just your speedometer and your odometer and your fuel mileage, but you can get your vehicle health information in the cluster. You can get all sorts of content about your music, etc. And it creates this great depth of field hierarchy of information so that the most important information that you need is always displayed prominently at the front, and other information is displayed further back in the depth of field. Last thing I'll show you is this little thing over here. This is the world's first fingerprint sensor in a passenger car. And what it's there for is a variety of purposes. The first one is, let's say you forgot your key fob and you unlocked your vehicle with your Genesis mobile app. Well, now by authenticating your fingerprint, you can start the car without your key. And also, if you share this vehicle with someone else, with your spouse, with a sibling, you can authenticate your fingerprint, which will automatically load your driver profile. So that'll be your settings set up exactly just the way you want without having to reset your seat position and everything every single time you get back in the car after someone else has driven it.
No, that's really cool. It was funny because I was looking at that and I was like, what does that do? So thank you for answering that question.
No problem.
And so I'm assuming, are the user profiles, are they stored in the cloud, or is it specific to this vehicle, or?
They are cloud-based.
Okay, so like if there was another vehicle, like would you be able to then transfer your user profile to that vehicle, or?
At this time, it's only for your vehicle,
okay.
But we're looking into different ways of expanding this functionality in the future.
Okay. So in terms of adjusting what's behind this wheel, I'm guessing it's this button here, and then, oh, yep, see, there's my little 3D car. I'm like, I need to bring the camera forward a little bit so you can see. And I don't know if you can see how 3D cool this is, but, you know, it's just kind of an interesting little gauge back there that you can, and I mean, yeah, that really pops. And the fact that is a nice little red car. Is it red to match the red, or are all of them red?
So we've set it as red to match this red,
okay.
But you can actually, in your settings, you can go in and you can choose whatever color you want that car to be. So if we go into vehicle, and I'll have to go through the menus a little bit, but basically you can, let's say you wanted that to be a green car, then you could choose for it to be a green car if you wanted. It's really interesting. And you can also change the theme. So right now, this is our comfort modes theme. This is our standard, we call it copper rust theme, this nice kind of rusted copper type of view. But we've got all sorts of different, right now we're linked to the drive mode, we can choose between different themes. So this is our sportier theme right here. You can see that pulsing needle. It's red, it's very sporty, it elicits a lot of, you know, adrenaline and emotion. But also this one here, this is our eco theme, and our designers, our graphic designers, were inspired by Jarvis, who is Iron Man's assistant inside his helmet, and so they modeled this to look like what Tony Stark would be looking at inside his Iron Man helmet. So just a few nice little touches like that.
That's cool. So what is your favorite feature on this car?
My favorite feature. So as someone who is a little bit of an automotive enthusiast, I think my favorite feature is probably the V6 twin turbocharged engine. Okay. 375 horsepower, 391 pound-feet of torque. It's fast, and GV70 is incredibly light. All of the enclosures, the doors, the hood, the tailgate are all made from lightweight aluminum. So this vehicle, I mean, when you step on it, it's fast.
It goes. I was so impressed.
And smooth too, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. We've got these nice aluminum paddle shifters here. It's a fun time. I mean, the greatest part about GV70 is that if you need a crossover, if you need that little bit of versatility, you don't have to sacrifice anything. You don't need to sacrifice good design. You don't need to sacrifice technology, comfort, or even fun driving dynamics. So it's a really, really great package.
Yeah, no, I just was completely blown away by all of the details. Like you were pointing out at the very beginning about the materials, you know, these beveled edges here, and just the textures. Like even like the end of, you know, the wiper wand has like this nice, you know, metallic pattern to it, and everything is just so tactily pleasing, and it feels good. And I mean, I can't get over the fact that this isn't more expensive than it is.
Yeah, I mean, we've packaged it, I think, very competitively. This one here, fully loaded, just over $64,000. Every single option you can get. That's
awesome. All right, so thank you for doing this walk around with us. I think this is a really cool vehicle. If you're looking for a compact luxury SUV, I think this is something that you have to add onto your must-test list. And yeah, be sure to check us out on the web at pickuptrucktalk.com, and I'll see you down the road.